Hey guys, my name is Max and I'll be leading you through a hip and shoulder opening vinyasa flow today. And it is an intermediate practice, but feel free to add, subtract any movement. If you have a couple blocks, they might come in handy, but nothing is necessarily required except you and your mat in your practice space. And then we'll go ahead and get started in a child's pose today. Taking your knees out wide, close together, arms reaching forward, spine long. Bring your forehead down, maybe close your eyes. And then starting to drop in. Becoming aware of your inhales and your exhales. And then trying to shift your awareness fully onto your breath. So trying to be 100% conscious of every inhale and every exhale that you take. And when you find your awareness shifting to a thought or a stretch or a sensation, just bringing it back to your breath. Good. Staying here if you need some more time. Otherwise, we're going to start to move. We're going to meet up in a tabletop position with our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips. And I like to begin by just taking some circles over my palms. Maybe switch the direction of the circles and then maybe moving my spine, my hips, my shoulders, my neck a little bit more freely. Starting to take some undulating circular movements here. And maybe switch the directions. Just allowing yourself to move. Maybe flipping your hands so they face the sides of the room. Continuing with some circles. And then go the other way. Good, staying there, flipping your hands all the way around so your fingertips face your knees. And then just taking some gentle forward and back movement there. Good. If this feels like you can maintain this position through some cat-cows, go ahead and keep your hands flipped like this, or you can flip your hands back around so your fingertips are facing forward. But whenever you feel ready, on your next inhale, let your belly drop, collarbone spread wide, gaze goes slightly forward. And then exhale, rounding through your spine, shoulder blades go wide, hug your belly towards your spine. Good, inhale, shifting back forward. And on the exhale, rounding back. Good, two more, inhale, coming back forward. Exhale, round back. Good, inhale, coming back forward. And on the exhale, round back. Good, meeting back into a neutral tabletop, flipping your hands back around. And then coming onto the back of your left palm. So your fingertips are still facing your knees. And just take some gentle opening with your left palm, making a fist, and then opening it out wide. And same, we're just going to switch the hands, so left fingertips go forward, back of the right palm. Make your fist open up wide. Good. Fingertips face forward, toes tuck under, bring your knees together, come into a kneeling position with your toes tucked. Maybe take a couple rolls of the wrist here, one direction and then the other. And then interlace your hands at your heart center, and then push your palms forward with your hands interlaced around through the shoulders. On the inhale, lift the arms up. And the exhale, round forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, rounding forward. Good, one more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round forward. Good, inhale, lift up again. But let go of your interlace and start to cactus out through the arms. Keep cactusing. And then we're going to interlace our hands behind our back. Send our knuckles down towards the floor. Open up through the heart, the chest. But don't crunch through your low back. Keep the spine lengthening long. And then bring your hands over towards your right hip like a holster. Squeeze your elbows together and then roll your right ear over towards your right shoulder. Breathe into the left side of your neck for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1. Gently coming back. I know your feet are screaming, but we're not here for very long. Switch the interlace of the other pinkies on top, and then bring your hands over towards the left. Squeeze the elbows together, and then roll your left ear towards your left shoulder and breathe for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1. Gently release it. Come back into your tabletop. Tap out through the feet a few times. You roll out through the spine a few times. Roll out through the neck. Good. And then from here, we're going to come into a downward facing dog. So tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and away. Downward facing dog. Finding some movement here if you'd like to, bending through one knee and then the other. Nodding your head yes and no, shifting your hips from side to side. Good. From here, we're going to walk our hands all the way back. So we're coming into an Uttanasana, forward fold at the back of the mat. Taking a generous bend in the knees, grabbing for opposite elbows, and then whatever you want to do, swaying from side to side. Rolling out through the neck, straightening through one leg and then the other, and releasing your hands behind your head, behind your back. Good. Wherever you are, gently release your hands back towards the floor. And we're going to walk ourselves back into a high plank position. So walking yourself forward. And then we're going to activate through our core here. So adjusting your stance. Trying to keep your heels above your toes, wrap your biceps forward, and then activate through your glutes. And then hug your low belly in. So the points of your pelvis are reaching up towards your lower ribs. And then shoulder blades are down the back of the neck is long. Reaching out through the crown of your head, hugging your low belly up and in. And stay for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On the count of 5, as slowly as you can, lowering down to your belly for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, untucking the toes, reaching down to the tops of the feet. Take your hands out a little bit wider than shoulder width distance. Lift your fingertips out, or lift your palms up so you're on your fingertips. Taking a couple rounds of baby cobra here. So on the inhale, lifting the head, neck, and chest up. And then exhale, come back down. And the inhale, lift up. And then exhale, back down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back down. Good. Inhale, lift up and pause. Let your left shoulder fall in, look over your right. Good. Inhale, back to center. Let your right shoulder fall in, look over your left. Good. One more on each side. Inhale, back to center. Left shoulder falls in, look over your right. Inhale, back to center. Right shoulder falls in, look over your left. Good. Gently coming all the way back down. Set your arms by your sides, palms facing down. Taking a round of Shalabhasana, locust pose, lifting your head, neck, and chest up off the mat, but also your hands, your arms, your knees, your feet, your legs. Rolling your shoulder blades down your back. See if you can bring your big toes together. Lift your feet up a little bit higher. And then lengthen through the entirety of your spine, so no crunching through the low back here. Reaching it forward, reaching it back. And breathe for 5. If you want more, you can interlace your hands behind your back for 4. Send your knuckles down towards your heels for 3. For 2. On 1, gently releasing, arms come out to a T. Left cheekbone comes down. Bend your right knee 90 degrees, roll into the outer edge of your left hip. Whatever variation you want to do with the left arm, you can also take a cactus 90 degrees with the left arm or interlace your hands behind your back. And breathe for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently coming back to center, just switching the sides. Right arm goes out towards the right, roll onto the outer edge of your right hip. Left leg reaches up and over. And breathe for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently coming back to center. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders, tucking the toes under on the inhale, pushing up into a high plank. And the exhale, downward facing dog. Good. From your downward facing dog, let's walk our hands back a handprint, maybe more than that if you need it. We're going to reach down for our left ankle with our right arm. Grab the shin, that's more than okay as well. And then take a deep in through the right knee as you straighten through the left leg any amount. Taking your gaze underneath the left armpit for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently releasing. Same, just the other side. Reach down for the ankle, the shin, wherever you can grab. Deep in through the left knee. Straight-ish through the right leg, underneath the right armpit. And breathe for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently releasing, walking your hands back forward for your downward facing dog. And then from here, we're going to move in through some sun salutations. Feel free to add, subtract any movement. If you want to handstand, crow, if you want to skip vinyasas, make this practice your own. But whenever you feel ready, bending the knees, stepping, floating, jumping towards the top of the mat. And the inhale, halfway lift, extend. And the exhale, fold forward, let it go. And the inhale, come up, stretch up. Take your gaze up towards the sky. And the exhale, cactus out through the arms, open up through the heart. And the inhale, reach it back up. And the exhale, gentle bend in the knees as you fold back forward. And the inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And the exhale, plant the hands, step, flow, crow, jump it back, vinyasa. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. And breathe for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, bending the knees, stepping, floating, jumping towards the top of the mat. And the inhale, halfway lift, extend. And the exhale, fold, release it, let it go. And the inhale, come up, stretch up, gaze up towards the sky. And the exhale, cactus out through the arms, open up through the heart. And the inhale, reach it back up. And the exhale, gentle bend in the knees, fold it back, forward. And the inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And the exhale, plant the hands, step, flow, crow, handstand it back, meeting back in your downward facing dog. Vinyasas are always optional. Taking your time. And breathe in your down dog for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, bending the knees, stepping, floating, jumping towards the top of the mat. And the inhale, halfway lift, extend. And the exhale, fold, release it, let it go. And the inhale, come up, stretch up, reach your arms up, take your gaze up towards the sky. And the exhale, cactus out to the arms, open up through the heart. And the inhale, reach it back up. And the exhale, fold it back down. And the inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And the exhale, plant the hands, step, float, jump it back. Vinyasa. Or skip it. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Good. From this down dog, let's bring our big toes to touch with a slight gap into the heels. And let's reach the right leg up and back, three-legged dog, bend the knee, open up the hip, take some circles. Go the other way. And then straighten out through the leg, even out through the hips. Take an inhale. And exhale, right knee to right tricep, shift forward. And then inhale, send it back up. And exhale, right knee towards your nose. And then inhale, send it back up. And then exhale, right knee towards your left tricep. And then inhale, send it back up. Open up your leg. Come into a wild thing, but drop the hips all the way down. So drop your butt all the way down. And then reach your butt all the way up for your wild thing. Good, reaching your hips up. And then gently sending them back down. After a few deep breaths, reaching your right arm forward and then internally rotating your right arm around your right leg. Maybe you can reach around the back and grab for the hand. Maybe take a bind and breathe here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Gently releasing that. We're going to place our hands back forward. Come back into a high plank, but bring your right knee towards your left tricep. Spin your back heel down. Side plank with your right leg lifted. Floating triangle, reach your left arm up for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Bend through your left knee, reach your left arm up and over. And then roll onto the outer edge of your left hip as you bring your hips down. Bring your left arm back behind you. Keep the legs. And then open and close the legs. So move your legs, figure 4 legs. Left and then right. Any amount, and then you can adjust your body, position it so it works for you a little bit better. If these don't feel good in your body, you don't have to do them. Staying static like this. And just keeping your foot dorsiflexed towards your knee. It's also a good hip opener as well. But you can also get into the shoulders a little bit here, open up through the heart. Just moving a few times back and forth. Good. The next time you come back to center, we're going to come into a lizard lunge at the top of our mat. So we're going to place the left palm forward and then take your right foot to the outside of your right palm. And then inhale, circle the arm up, reach the arm back. And the exhale, reach the right arm as far forward as it will go. Maybe take a bend into the left elbow, go a little bit deeper. And the inhale, lift it up. And the exhale, reach it forward. And the inhale, lift it up. And the exhale, reach it forward. And the inhale, lift it up. And the exhale, reach it forward. Good. From there, we're going to place our right palm by our left, so we're back into our lizard. And we're going to bring our left knee up a few inches, turn that left shin in so it's parallel with the frontage of our mat. And then we're going to come up so our torso is kind of over that left thigh. And we're kind of bent into a lunge with the right leg. And then from there, we're going to interlace our hands behind our back. Open up through the heart, take an inhale here, and then exhale. Let your torso fall on the inside of that right leg any amount. Reach your arms up and over. And inhale, reach it back up. And the exhale, fold it back down. You don't have to fold down very deep if it's not that available to you. Good, inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling up. Exhale back down. Good, inhale back up. And exhale back down. Good, inhaling back up. We're going to step it back into our lizard lunge. Place your hands on the inside of that leg. Tuck your back toes under, lift it up. Maybe keep your right toes floating as you lower down through a vinyasa. Or skip it. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. And breathing here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, bring your big toes to touch, slack up into the heels, left leg reaches up and back, bend the knee, open up the hip, take some circles. And then go the other way. Go straight into the leg, even out through the hips. Take an inhale. Now exhale, left knee, left tricep. And now reach it up and back. Now exhale, knee towards your nose. And inhale, reach it up and back. Now exhale, knee towards your right tricep. Inhale, reach it up and back. Open up the hip, three-legged dog as you come into your wild thing. Lower your hips all the way down first. And then come up into your wild thing. Reach the hips up. Take a couple deep breaths. Good. Gently lowering the hips all the way down. Reaching your left arm forward. Wrapping that left arm around that left leg. Maybe you can bring your right arm behind your low back for a bind. It's not required, but maybe you can just reach for it. Maybe you can reach your crown of the head forward towards your big toe for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently releasing. High plank, but bring your left knee towards your right tricep. Maybe give it a tap, spin the back heel down, reach the right arm up, left leg stays lifted, floating, triangle for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, left ankle on top of your right, figure 4, sink it back, bend into your right knee, reach your right arm up and over, and then set your left outer hip down, set your right arm back behind you, find your position here. And then move your legs, your figure 4 legs, from right to left, any amount. Really good for hip mobility here. Keeping that those left toes dorsiflexed up towards your knees, protecting that knee joint. And just moving. And then again, you can come into your shoulders a bit here. You can play around with bending through the elbows a little bit. See how that feels. And then whenever you feel ready, we're going to come into a lizard lunge at the top of the mat. So placing your right palm forward and stepping your left foot to the outside of your left palm. Good. Adjusting your feet as you need to, reaching the left arm up and away towards the back of the room. And then we're going to reach forward, as far forward as it will go. Maybe bend through that right elbow, go a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale, reaching it up. And on the exhale, reaching it forward. Good. Inhale, reaching it up and back. And on the exhale, reaching it down and forward. Good. Inhale, reaching it up and back. And the exhale, reach it down and forward. Good. And gently bring the left palm back to meet your right, and then bring your right knee up about 6 inches to a foot. Turn that shin in so it's parallel with the front of your mat, and then bring your torso up over that leg. Left knee is bent into that lunge, and release your hands behind your back the opposite way if you can remember. Take an inhale, open it through the heart, and the exhale, any amount, fold it forward on the inside of the leg. And the inhale, reach it up, and the exhale, reach it down. Inhale, reach it up, and the exhale, reach it down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, reach it down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, reach it down. Good. Inhale, reach it up again. We're just going to bring our hands on the inside of that left foot. Tuck your back toes under, straight into the leg. And then step it back. Maybe keep your left toes lifted as you lower down through your vinyasa. Or skip it. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. And breathing here for 5, for 4, 3, for 2. On 1, bring your big toes to touch, slide up into the heels, reach your right leg up and back, bend the knee, open up the hip, take some circles. Switch the direction. And then straight into the leg, even after the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, right knee to right tricep, shift forward. Inhale, send it up and back. Exhale, knee towards your nose. And inhale, send it up and back. Knee towards your left tricep. Inhale, send it up and back. Wild thing. Lowering all the way down towards the floor first. And then inhale, lifting your hips up. Come into your back bend. Good, lowering the hips all the way down gently. Reaching the right arm forward and then around the front of that leg. If you want to take a bind, half bind, reach your left arm around your low back. Reach your torso forward for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, releasing the hands. Bring your hands back into a high plank position. And then rolling onto your left toes, bringing your right knee towards your left tricep, spinning your back heel down, coming to your floating triangle side plank variation for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, right ankle on top of your left thigh, figure 4 legs, reach your left arm up and over, come down onto your outer right hip, left hand comes back behind you, find your side to side movement in your figure 4. Once again, play around with the position of it, play around with your shoulders, play around with bending into your elbows. Good. Coming back to center, back into your lizard lunge, stepping your right foot to the outside of your right palm. And then inhale, planting down through your left palm, reaching your right fingertips back. And then on your exhale, reaching it forward and down, maybe bending through that left elbow. Inhale, reaching it up and back. Inhale, reaching it down and forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down and forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down and forward. Good. Placing your right palm back underneath your right shoulder. Back toes are tucked under. Come all the way up into a 3-legged dog. Take an inhale. And then exhale, bring your right knee towards your right wrist. Set that knee down. Your legs about 45 degrees towards the top of your mat. And then heel toe, or just step your left foot back. Keep your back toes tucked under. Come into an active half pigeon here. And just using your left foot as a lever to move forward and back through that left hip. Just a few times. And then from here, we're going to bring your left knee towards the sole of the right foot. And then turn your left foot in so your big toe side of your foot is down on the ground. And then come up. And you might need to adjust your legs here to find something stable. But from here, we're just going to let our hips fall down. And on the inhale, we're going to come all the way up. Good. Do 2 more of those. Coming down. Coming up. Coming down. Coming up. Good. Coming down. Moving over to the other side. Whoa. Hear that pop? Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, back down. Good. Coming back forward. Stepping it back into a 3-legged dog, reaching the right leg up and away. And then exhale, knee towards your nose as gently as you can. Step it through. Come up into a high crescent lunge, reaching the fingertips up. Taking an inhale here on the exhale, cactus, hover the back knee just a couple inches of the mat and hold it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Activate through that glute on 1. Bring your hands to heart center. Bring your torso over that right thigh. Straighten through the left leg as you come into your warrior 3. You can always take blocks underneath the hands here. You can also reach your hands forward for more of a challenge. And stay for 5. Have a gentle bend into your right knee, avoiding any hyperextension for 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, half moon. Right fingertips come down, maybe on top of the block. Left fingertips just reach up. For 5. You can also reach back and grab the foot. Take your Chapasana for 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, revolved half moon, left fingertips down, right fingertips up for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, right fingertips come down, standing splits. Bring your left foot in between your arms, coming down into a pistol squat. And then coming down into your Navasana, boat pose. Taking a couple sit-ups here. On the inhale, coming down into your low boat. On the exhale, coming up. Good. We'll do 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Low boat. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower all the way down. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Rock them side to side. Good. Set your feet down, hips distance width apart. Reach down with your middle finger, see if you can touch your heels. Just a bridge pose to release your abs, lifting your hips up, and interlacing your hands behind your back, stretching through your abdomen for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, gently releasing down. We're going to come into a plow pose here. But we're just going to roll forward and back from our plow up. And then we're going to meet back into our standing splits, standing on towards our right foot. So rolling back, stepping your right foot down, lifting your left leg up and away. If you want to pause the video and try that again, you can. Just kind of a fun transition here. And then either staying in your standing splits, or you can start to place your hands down and take a few rounds of the handstand hops. Wherever you go, stay there for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, meeting back in your standing splits. From your standing splits, we're going to take the left foot to the outside of the mat. So your legs are crossed, your right leg is forward, your left leg is back, then placing your left palm down, maybe on top of a block, and then reaching your right fingertips up. Breathing into your outer right hip. And you can play around with straightening through that right leg, bending it, see how it changes the sensation into your hips. Stay here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, right fingertips come down. Right foot comes out of your left, comes by your left. Pinky toes to touch, twisted leg Uttanasana if you want more. You can walk your fingertips over towards the right. Breathe into your left low back, left hamstring for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently coming back to center, unwinding your legs. Come all the way down into a Malasana squat. Bending through the knees. Hands at heart center. And pushing your elbows out into your thighs back into your elbows, lengthening through the spine. Taking a couple deep breaths here. you want to go a little bit deeper, you can bring the backs of your hands behind you, kind of on top of your kidneys, your low to mid back here. And then bring your elbows on the inside of your legs. And wherever you're at, stay for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently releasing. We'll go through a vinyasa. If you want a crow pose here, it's a good opportunity. We're going to be back in our downward facing dog. Good. Same, just on the other side. From your downward facing dog, big toes to touch. Left leg goes up and back, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip, take some circles. Go the other way. Inhale straight into the leg, even out to the hips. And then exhale, left knee, left tricep, shift forward. Inhale, send it back up. Knee towards your nose. Inhale, send it back up. Knee towards your right tricep. Inhale, send it back up. Wild thing, lowering your hips all the way down. And then lifting your hips all the way up. Find your back bend. Good, gently lowering the hips all the way back down. Reaching your left arm forward, around the front of that left leg. Maybe for the bind, half bind. Reach your torso forward for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, gently releasing. High plank, rolling onto the toes, and then bringing your left knee towards your right tricep, back heel spins down, right arm reaches up for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, left ankle on top of your right thigh, bend into your right knee, reach the right arm up and over, take it back, gently find your outer left hip, bring the hips down, adjusting your stance as you need to, adjusting your arms, and then moving your figure 4 legs side to side. Good. Whenever you feel ready, placing your right palm back down, lizard lunge towards the top of your mat. Left foot comes to the outside of your left palm. Back knee comes down, root down through the right palm. Inhale, reach it up and back. And the exhale, reach it down and forward, maybe bend through that right elbow. Inhale, reaching it up and back. Exhale, reaching it down and forward. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, reach it down and forward. Now reach it up and back. Exhale, reach it down and forward. Good. Stepping your left palm back, tucking your back toes under, 3-legged dog. Reach your left leg up and back, take an inhale. And the exhale, left knee towards your left wrist, 45-degree angle with the top of your mat with your left leg. Step your right foot back, active half pigeon. Use your right foot as a lever to get into some areas of your left hip here, just moving forward and back. Good. From here, we're going to bring the right knee to the sole of the left foot. And then with your side of your right foot, big toe side, coming down, coming up to standing. You might need to adjust your legs a little bit so your knees are on your mat. and lowering down. And the inhale coming up. You can always use your hands to help you up too. Inhale, lowering down. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come up. Good, lowering down. And then over towards the other side. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Good. Rolling back forward. Stepping your hands forward. Taking it back into your three-legged dog. Left leg reaches up and back. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Stepping it up. High crescent lunge. Reaching the fingertips up. Taking an inhale here on the exhale, cactus, hover the back knee. Just an inch. Activate through your right glute. Lengthen through your spine for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, hands to heart center. Lean your torso forward, straight into the right leg. Warrior 3. Hands can come to blocks. They can come forward for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, half moon. Left fingertips come down. Maybe use your block. Right fingertips reach up. Maybe reach back. Grab for the foot or the ankle for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, revolved half moon. Right fingertips come down. Left fingertips reach up for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, left fingertips come down. Pistol squat, bring that right leg underneath you, in between your arms, lowering all the way down. Navasana. 20 sit-ups, Navasana boat sit-ups. Taking an inhale, exhale, inhale, come down, exhale, come up for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause in your low boat. Maybe reach your arms up and over this time for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it, let it go. Knees in towards your chest. Happy baby if you want that. Knees out wide, close together, whatever you want. Good, moving into our bridge pose. Feet are about hips width distance width apart. Reaching down with your middle fingers to touch your heels. And then your next inhale, lifting the hips up. Maybe interlacing your hands the opposite way behind your back for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently release it. We'll take another round of bridge here. If you're ready for your wheel, that's where I'm going. Maybe bring your arms back behind you. Taking an inhale here, and exhale, lifting the hips up for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently lowering all the way down. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Or start to rock and roll. Maybe back into your plow, like we did before. We're gonna meet back into a standing splits. Standing on our left leg. Use your hands if you need to. Reach it up and back. And then staying here in your standing splits. Or maybe taking a few handstand hops if you feel so called. And breathing here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently back into your standing splits. And then from your standing splits, crossing your right leg back behind you. Right foot comes off the mat. Maybe you have a block for underneath your right palm. Or right fingertips as you reach your left leg, your left arm up. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently bring your left fingertips down and step your right foot next to your left. Maybe slide your left foot back for your twisted leg. Forward fold, and if you want, you can walk your hands over towards the left for a little bit deeper of a stretch. And stay here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently releasing, walking it back forward, coming back into your malasana squat. You can always take a block for underneath your bum if you need that. And then again, arms can be at heart center or one at a time or both at the same time. I didn't offer one at a time last time, but that's definitely an option. Bring your back of your hands towards your kidneys, towards your mid to low back, and then have your elbows pushing into your inner thighs back into your elbows, finding a long spine. Breathe here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently releasing. Crow pose is an option here, or you can just step it back naturally into your vinyasa. Leaning back in your downward facing dog. Good. From your downward facing dog, let's bring the right leg up and back. Let's just step the right foot to the outside of the right palm. Lizard lunge. Back knee comes down. And same here. We're going to root down through your left palm. Reach the right arm back. But this time we're going to try to bend through that left knee and grab for the foot. If you want to block for underneath your left palm for some more space, or if you have a strap, you can strap up your right foot as well. If you want to go more into the stretch, you can lower down to your forearm. And breathe here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. And 1, gently releasing that. Coming back into your lizard lunge, palms underneath your shoulders, and taking a half splits variation, letting that right leg straighten out. And then again, you can stay here. You can take also full splits or center your foot and take a more traditional half splits, Ardha Hanuman. You can also come into a twist. You can root down through your left palm. Reach your right fingertips up. Wherever you find yourself, stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bending back into that right knee. We're going to turn over towards the left side of our mat and then turn our left, straighten out to the right leg. Turn your left shin out a little bit like you're taking a child's pose, and then come into a child's pose. It's a one-legged child's pose though. So you're sinking back onto your left hip. Your right leg is straight out to your right side. Here, I'll flip around so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I don't know if this side is, if it's better to see it from this side. But anyways, you can stay here, or you can bring your right arm underneath your left for a shoulder opening. And breathe here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, On one, gently releasing, coming up, stepping it back through a vinyasa, or skip it, meeting back in your downward facing dog. Same, just the other side. Reach your left leg up and back. Step your left foot to the outside of your left palm. Right knee comes down. Move down through the right palm. Reach it up and over. Maybe reach back. Grab the foot, grab your block. If you need some more space, lower down onto your forearm to go a little bit deeper. And stay and breathe for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On one, gently releasing. Palms come underneath your shoulders, straight into your left leg. Ardha Hanuman, half splits variation. Full splits if you have that in your practice. Also, blocks are your friends here if you want them. Also, you can take your twist, rooting down through your right palm. Reaching your left arm up. Stay and breathe for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On one, gently releasing. Bending back into your left knee. And then turning your right shin parallel, your left leg out towards the side, sinking it back into your child's pose, or your one-legged child's pose. And then stay here and breathe, otherwise bring your left arm underneath your right arm. Pulling forward. And breathing for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1, gently coming up. Stepping it back. Going through your vinyasa or skipping it. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Good. From your down dog, right leg reaches up and back. Right knee towards your right wrist. Right foot towards your left wrist. Setting up for a more traditional half pigeon here. Trying to get that shin as parallel as you can without any knee complications. The more parallel it is towards the front edge of your mat, the deeper the stretch will be. And taking an inhale here on the exhale, folding forward. And stay and breathe for 10. For 9. For 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, gently coming up. And then releasing that however you'd like to release it. You can also reach back, grab for the foot, if that's in your practice. Stepping it back, going through a vinyasa. Meeting back in your down dog. Down dog, left leg goes up and back. Half pigeon. Shin as parallel as you can make it. Long spine. Lower down. And breathe for 10. For 9. For 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. for 2. On 1, gently coming up, stepping it back, vinyasa. Or skip it, meeting back in your downward facing dog. Good. From your downward facing dog, maybe practice a jump through. We're going to make it onto our backs. Bending the knees, stepping, floating, jumping. Pushing your legs through. Coming down onto your back. We're going to come into a couple rounds of back bends here. Feel free to go on your own. Again, starting with a bridge. Maybe you're ready for wheel already, and you can go ahead and go there. Whenever you feel ready, lifting the hips up. And breathing for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, gently releasing all the way down. Good. Maybe taking your knees out, or your feet out wide to the outer edges of your mat. Let your knees fall in. If that feels good, you can also windshield wiper the legs. Good. Let's do another bridge or wheel. Whenever you feel ready, planting the hands, lifting the hips up. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, lowering all the way down. Or you can stay lifted into your bridge if you're coming down from wheel. Let's do one more just for good measure. Whenever you feel ready, lifting back up. And this one, let's hold it for 10. For 9. For 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, lowering all the way down. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Giving yourself a hug, letting the low back release. And just letting your arms come out to a T. And then just letting your legs fall over towards the right. If you want to take a more dynamic spinal twist, you're more than welcome to. But sometimes it's nice just to enjoy the simple things. Good, gently coming back to center. And switching the sides, legs fall over towards the left, gaze towards the right. Good, and then gently coming back to center. Give yourself a final squeeze, bring your knees in towards your chest, and maybe bring your forehead up towards your knees. Just contracting everything together, make yourself into a little ball. Taking an inhale here, and exhale gently. Letting yourself expand into your Shavasana, your final resting pose. If you have any props, any bolsters you want to lay on, or any blocks, you can place them underneath your knees or underneath your head. And of course, if you have any other postures that you want to hit before you find your final resting pose, if you want to take another inversion or take your legs up against the wall for your final resting pose, you're welcome to do that as well. Taking your time to finish out your practice in the way that's best for you. once you're ready to find your Shavasana, releasing any control over your breath, releasing any lingering tension in your body, and letting yourself be held and supported by the earth beneath you. Maybe taking a moment of gratitude for yourself, for showing up for you today, for giving yourself some time to move, to recalibrate, to shift perspectives, to see new insights. And then just a moment of gratitude for your physical body, your body that's able to move, that's able to learn, that's able to stumble, that's able to succeed, that's able to fail. Taking a moment of gratitude for your entire experience, your existence. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you here again soon. Peace.